Okay, good. Light is good. All right. Welcome, everybody. Happy World Laughter Day. The right way. And we just want to welcome you to your first yoga class. This is what we're calling it because it's a gentle beginner yoga class. I'm your host today, Dr. Gold. Hey, Joe, how are you today?
Morning.
I'm actually with my husband, the other Dr. Gold. He's a professor at St. Leo University. He's also fairly new to yoga. We've done it, but you always can learn more stuff. And it's always good to kind of learn some of the principles of yoga. So first, I just want to give kind of a why yoga. Has anybody done yoga before that's joining us? Yes? Okay. So you know the benefits can help with managing stress, anxiety, depression. It's great for lowering blood pressure, helping with focus, uplifting your mood. It's a great me day or self-care part of your life where you can take time for you to focus on the present moment. And I know for me, when I started in medical school, and it was a very stressful time. So yoga was my time, my me day, or my time to relax. It also can relieve pain. So if you're dealing with arthritis or achy back or stress from just sitting for long periods or typing on a computer, it can start to release a lot of angst in the body. So if there's any areas in particular, because this class is actually going to be a regular class every week on Sundays at 10. Most of the time it will be live. However, for those times that I'm out of town, I'll give you a heads up, we may do a pre-recording for that, but we still will take into consideration any requests. So for right now, if you just want to put in the chat any areas you want to make sure I cover today, because this is your class. And if you're watching this later, because we are going to record it and you can watch this later, if you message me, of course, I'll adapt for the next classes, your workouts, your needs, to make sure we include those body parts too. Oh, hey, Debbie. Okay, all animals, I know. So I did ask if you can put in the chat things that bring you joy. And yes, I totally get animals. Those are my furry pets. And then also my family. And I consider all my yogis, my patients, my yoga students, my family as well. So thank you again for joining. We're going to get started now. The premise of yoga means yoke or union. So it's uniting the mind with the body. And there's numerous evidence, scientific articles, research to validate the benefits. Even the Arthritis Foundation recommends yoga for arthritis. And we know it can help with diabetes control, blood pressure control, heart disease, lowering your risk for like cancers and stuff like that, just because it helps manage cortisol, helps with weight management as well. So we'll start with the breath, and the breath is our conduit to life, as we know, but we're going to use that attention to conscious breath. So what we're going to do is take a nice deep breath. I'm going to come back a little bit so you can see my belly, but we're going to work on our belly breathing. So if you're comfortable, just place one hand on your belly. And remember, you can always do this seated or standing. I know for many of my patients, we sit a lot. So that's why I am standing today. But if you're able to stand, I highly recommend it just to create more space in that body. And again, seeing if you can uplift the spirits through your breath. So place your right hand on your abdomen. Your left hand can be on the chest area. And what we want to start doing is taking a nice deep breath in.
I have it on audio only, so.
And a nice ah. If you can, we're going to ask this
Okay.
There's some background noise. Can we,
Yeah,
just for right now, and then I of course want to hear you when we do the laughter part, but we're just going to mute if there's some background noise. So a nice deep breath in. If it doesn't happen, we're going to do it with a chuckle in a moment, so we will unmute you, but I just want you to practice the breath for calmness. So inhaling with a big smile here. Let me see your teeth. And if you don't have teeth, whatever you got today, if it's braces, show that, blossom that. If there's some gum lines, that's okay. Some other teeth color, you've had a implant like me. A nice deep breath in and a nice ah. So we're going to use a box count where we're inhaling for 4 seconds or as long as you can. So about 4 seconds inhale, hold it for 4 seconds, and then see if you can exhale. The common is about at least 4 seconds, but if you can do longer, feel free to have a prolonged exhalation, which is where we get that true benefit of the relaxation phase. So again, we're inhaling with a big smile for 4 seconds. And then hold it for 4 seconds. And then slowly, slowly exhale for 4 seconds. Good. This is a time of letting go, or letting go of any worries or troubles, any discomforts or pain. We're allow that to, can always come back later or not. We hope it doesn't. But the idea is to let go of troubles that don't, or thoughts that don't serve you. Good. On the next breath, we're going to start to move our bodies, continuing to breathe mindfully. So if you have a little bit of room, if you need to adjust, just kind of be comfortable in your surroundings. Look around. If there's water bottles you'll knock over, just kind of move them. We're going to inhale, just gently reaching those arms overhead. And again, if there's any shoulder issues, just come halfway. It's always okay to modify a pose as well. So we're just going to lift, 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 and see if you can just stretch, stretch, stretch all the way over to one side. Good. Again, trying to raise the corners of the mouth with a big smile here. Inhale. You can come off to the side. And then gently inhale, coming back up. And then gently over to the other side. Again, trying to feel a nice stretch in the ribs. Relaxing that neck, relaxing the shoulders down. Inhale with a big smile again, gently release. And we're going to gently lean back, releasing the back. So I highly recommend bending those knees. So I'm going to have you see my full body so you can see my knees are bent here, just gently back, and then rotating around, rotating around. Oh, it's really important. Kind of release those hips, release the back. Yeah, this is a really good stretch for that low back. Oh, find a nice release in those hips. Good. Shake those arms out a little bit. Shake, shake, shake. And then I just want you to put your hands on your hips this time and just kind of rotate those hips. Rotate. Like if you were doing, like a little hula dance. A little hula dance, that's okay. And kind of just rotate those hips around. So you should feel a nice stretch in that low back. And again, this is one of the most common places where our backs can get really tight, because it can be flexible if we let it, but it also can take a lot of the brunt. If the rest of the body is tight, it can be getting overworked, especially if we sit a lot, it can tighten up. So this is a really good way to loosen up the spine, to release those hips. Even the hamstrings can loosen up when we're just doing this gentle stretch of little circles.
What if my hips don't move?
If they don't, you do what you can do. And it's always better to do something than nothing. So even if you just do little circles or just basic movements, that's fine too. So now we're going to just do a gentle twist, just turning the body over to one side and then gently turning over to the other side. So what we're going to do is create a nice little tai chi type movement where we're just kind of swaying those arms. And if you're comfortable, we're going to kind of create a little figure 8 in those arms. So nice wave-like pattern, rotating around, creating our little figure 8s. Good. On your next breath, we're going to actually open up the shoulders. So we're going to separate our hands now. Open. It's like the Karate Kid wax on. So we're Mr. Miyagi here. We're going to just open one arm around and then the other. You should feel a nice stretch in the shoulders here. And I'm actually rotating in those hips. So we're creating that figure 8 in the arms, the shoulders, and the hips. So the low back is going to release. Remember, there's many muscles in those hips and the back. So, and a lot of them rotate around the hip bones. So as we're kind of rotating, creating some circles, we can get to those small muscles to really release the back. It's not just that the back muscles are up and down. They're also at diagonals. So this is a great way to stretch them out as well. This time we're going to come back to center. And I think of my fingers as paintbrushes, just delicate instruments.
Paint the fence.
Yeah, up and down now. And if you can see me kind of gently bending my knees and gently releasing. If you're sitting, of course, you can just bend or lift one knee up and then the other. But if you're able to stand, just gently bend those knees, lifting the arms up, painting a beautiful mural in front of you. It might be your animals, your pets, your kids, your sons. You can see your children, your boys in front of you. This beautiful picture in front of you right now. Creating them with your beautiful fingertips. Think of a color that brings life to you, brings joy. Let's take another nice deep breath. Inhale, and then slowly exhale. Just gently reach up, inhale, all the way up, and then exhale. Good, don't forget that smile again, reaching up. That's the quickest way to bring joy, just by using our bodies in a healthy way, that physiology of the body with a big smile, not just in the cheeks, smile in the eyes. Inhale, and then exhale. Good. Now we're gonna open up the shoulders. We're gonna create some space in the shoulders. So you may need to stagger if you're with some people. This is that time you can make some funny faces. I'm gonna make some funny faces. You can kind of scrunch up the face like you're sucking on a lemon. Make a little putrid face. You can make a silly face. Pop out those eyes a little bit, widen the vision. So we're actually gonna open those eyes as wide as you can. Surprise look. Good, and now give yourself a big hug. Self-love is so important. Come up here. Self-love is so important to bring to ourselves every day. And oftentimes we kind of help other people, but sometimes we forget to help ourselves. So this is that time to appreciate you. Mwah. You can give yourself a little kissy. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And then we're gonna rotate those elbows around, a nice stretch between the shoulder blades. So nice big stretch here, opening up, creating that beautiful space. Oh, that should feel good between the shoulders. Good, and then rotate in the other direction. Good job. Another nice big squeeze here. And I want you to think of something wonderful about you. What do you love about yourself? Whether that's your beautiful smile, the idea of just giving to other people. I just want to thank Joe, who's been so generous with his beautiful, what he does for a living, and all his generous gifts and stuff like that. He's always pouring out. And then Sharon as well, just her heart, you know that she gives back to the community. And I know Jamie working really hard with her boys and her job and everything like that, or I should say her career. So she's always giving to so many other people. And then my husband, of course, who helped me during the bodybuilding contest that I did last week, he has been cooking and he's on sabbatical, but he's definitely been working. So she'll shake out the body now. Shake, shake, shake. Good, and then my stepmom is on here too. Oh, and Kira, and she literally has given back to the family so much, like 100-fold into the community as well. During Hurricane Katrina, she was giving out mattresses to people and just really giving back to that community. And Kira too, to her family and to grandpa, just so many beautiful people in this world. And we're gonna work on a little cat-cow. Now, oftentimes we're on our hands and knees, which you can do the traditional cat-cow, but I wanna show you that you can do this even if you just want to get up and standing a little bit more. So I wanted to give some modifications today. So a simple way I'm going to show you from a side view is just allow those arms to extend, just round the spine for a moment, and then release. I'm going to show you from a back view because it might be a little bit easier, but you're just rounding and releasing. So the shoulder blades are reaching towards one another and then away. So you can see that little squeeze. It's actually a great stretch for the shoulders. If you get a lot of headaches or tension in the neck, this is actually a really great stretch for the back as well as the neck. So you're rounding and then releasing. And typically you might say, well, in yoga, I thought we shouldn't round. It's okay to release those shoulders for a moment and then open them up. So you're giving them permission to let go for a moment and then creating that space. So modification, if it's too much in the shoulders, you can just gently roll the shoulders as another way to do this as well. But if you're familiar with cat-cow, it's kind of just a rounding of the spine. You can include the hips as well. So I started with the shoulders, but that whole spine, and I'll show you from the back again, then round and then release. Let me check if you can see my spine. So they're rounding and then releasing. So my hips are also moving. It's kind of a pelvic tilt as well and a release in the spine. So it's opening back and then releasing. So let's do that 2 more times. Just feel the stretch in the spine. Just hold it there for a moment. Inhale Again, raise those corners of the mouth. And then exhale, create that space. So arch the spine just a little bit. It's a gentle movement here. Don't force it. Remember, with yoga, we want to allow the pose to move through our bodies. And we're not creating any comparison to somebody else's spine. So we know that other people, there's always some people that are more flexible. They'll do like overarching, but we don't want to overstretch the body either. So always listen, allow the movements to move through you through the breath. So inhaling. And then exhaling as you release, Lord. You can even engage the head where we inhale, gazing up, and then exhale, release. And one more time, inhale, and then exhale. Okay, let's shake out the body. We're gonna do some laughter too. So if everybody can unmute themselves right now, let's unmute. Okay, so just unmute yourselves while we're waiting for people to unmute. Just shake the body for a moment. Shaking's actually, yay! Shaking's really good for the lymphatics. So I always think of the lymphatics as the highway of the immune system. Those are all your immune cells moving through. As you shake, shake, shake. It's a great way. Think of little kids who get out of the tub. Eloise does this. She just shakes her body. And probably with your voice, Jamie, they probably just, when they're little, they just go shake, shake, shake. How old? Tell me later.
Shake, shake.
I remember when you were pregnant with her first son, so it's amazing. I'm just there is some background noise. If you have a lot of background noise, just you can keep it muted if that's okay, but otherwise we can hear. Yeah, there we go. Or on take off the background. Good. All right, I think we're good. Okay, so what we're gonna do is work our happy muscles, our facial muscles. So just kind of massage those cheeks out a little bit. Massage them, massage them. Sometimes they haven't been worked in a while. We've been still like doing lots of stuff, and you know, it was tax season, paying bills, a bunch of things have been happening with the pandemic. So let's take a breather now to inhale and just appreciate. I want you to think of something you're grateful for in this world. And wiggle that jaw. I'm grateful for him and all of you on the call today. So we're gonna puff out those cheeks just like a blowfish. I want you to puff it out, or a pufferfish. Puff out those cheeks. And we're gonna pop the pufferfish, okay? Just with our little fingers. So puff it out. And if it makes you smile, go ahead and smile. This is, again, intentional laughter. So we're laughing to feel happy. So just puff out those cheeks. If you make that sound, it's fine. You're like, yay! Okay, well, that. Puff out, blow it out first. Yay! Then again. Puff it. Yay! And let's all say, yay! Very good. Very good. Yay! Very good. And yay. Let's do it again. Very good.
Very good.
Very good.
Very good. Yay!
Again. Very good.
Very good.
Very
Very
good.
good. Yay!
So today we're celebrating you. We're celebrating all the beautiful things you bring to this world. Just know that you light us up just with your presence and your beautiful smile. But in addition, all the wonderful gifts you give to your friends, your family, the community. So don't ever forget all the value that you add. So we're going to shake out the body again.
Is it time for Shavasana yet?
Not yet. So this is, I'm going to call him Shavasana Man. If you're not familiar with that term, Shavasana is usually at the end of yoga where we just completely let go and relax. He's always ready for that, right? Yeah, he's ready for that at the beginning of yoga. We're going to interlace those fingers now. We're going to rotate. And this is that time to go, ha, 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 ha. So this is you're at a party, your boss might have, or if you're the boss, somebody just said something that your client said something that wasn't really that funny. We're going to do a fake laughter right now, but we're going to start with ha, 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 ha. And all we say is, very good, yay! Again, very good, yay! So the reason we do the very good, it's the idea of bringing joy or playfulness into our life. And we know throughout the day, doesn't have to be a celebration, particular like a birthday party, anniversary. We can still celebrate just being alive. So sometimes I'm on my computer, my brain is like, enough. I've learned so much. I just need a break, and I'll just go, yay! And I'll start, very good, yay! It's to celebrate you, celebrate all the gifts, and just taking a mental break from stuff that's going on, maybe lots of thoughts in our head. And we know in our brains that actually reduces cortisol. It'll actually help us with focus. And that's what the breath does as well. That's why the conscious mindful breathing so critical to help heart function. It also helps our immune system to keep it strong. So we know people that are happier tend to be more resilient. They tend to be happier in life. They tend to live longer, look younger. So it has a lot of benefits in just overall health, and it can relax muscles as well. So just consider practicing, and this is my call to action, if you will, but just 5 minutes a day. And if you say, I don't have 5 minutes, we can definitely talk later, but even 1 minute, because anything you do is still beneficial. So I have one patient, literally she started with exercising 1 minute a day, but she's up to 10 minutes now. So again, we got to start somewhere. If you're already doing 5 minutes, go to 7 minutes, do a little bit longer, but see if you can keep upping the ante, but start at least with 5 minutes. You'll start to see some benefit, and that improvement in oxygenation to the brain and the rest of the body will start to happen, which is so great. Okay, so we're gonna do another stretch with some laughter here. This is called greeting laughter. So, you know, in America, we tend to greet with a handshake, or since COVID, maybe elbow or handshake is this way now. But I just want you to think of your greeting for somebody that you haven't seen in a while, okay? So we're gonna just pretend this is somebody we haven't seen. It could have been, you know, for me, it was my family. I didn't see them for 2 years during the pandemic. So I just saw them in the airport, and we're so excited. So we're gonna do a little greeting laughter. We're gonna basically make some noise and greet them, okay? So I'm gonna pretend it's my hubby I haven't seen, okay? And I'll give you the example, and then we'll do it together. So. He's running away from me. And then after we do it 3 times, we'll say, very good, yay. So this will probably take maybe about 20, 30 seconds. Again, if you decide to watch this later and do it with a friend, a girlfriend, a spouse, just somebody significant to you, it could be your animals, your pets. It's just nice to send it now. The dogs my kitties will probably run if I go, but you know, not to scare them, but just send out some love their way. So you can tone it to their I scare their kitties. And just full disclaimer, sometimes our cats tend to run around here in the background. Okay, so we're gonna do it on the count of 3. We're gonna just pretend, so if you're by yourself today, just pretend somebody that you haven't seen in a while, a really dear friend or dear person in your life is there right in front of you. You're just so excited to see them. And we're just gonna jump up for some joy, or just let it out in a healthy way for you. Okay, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. And let's all say, very good, yay! Let's do that 2 more times. Very good, yay!
Hey.
Let's unmute. I see Joe and Jamie, if you can unmute yourself so we can hear all your beautiful joys. So
No, you don't want
okay. Yeah, there we go. Very good,
Very good.
very good.
Yay.
Very good.
Very good.
Very good.
Very good.
Yay! Give yourself a big hug here. So this is that person hugging you back. Again, contact. So one thing that I've done with my patients is give them hugs. And during the pandemic, they actually told me strictly, don't touch the patients. And I was like, oh, okay. And I understood why, but it was hard. And now that the pandemic is kind of, you know, it's been waning a little bit, my patients say, Dr. Bo, can I still get a hug? And I was like, of course, if you're comfortable, I am. And, you know, it's so nice to have contacts. I think, especially being isolated, I've had some senior patients literally on their own island where they were living, staying indoors, not even getting fresh air. So make sure it's a beautiful, if you're local, it's a beautiful day in Tampa, or if you're in Sarasota, or wherever you're located, Lutz, just enjoy getting outside in nature, connecting. So, so important. I call it earthing too. If you get to the beach and just walking on the sand, it feels so good for your
Amen.
heart, ionizing.
Very good. Very good. Yay!
Okay, we're going to do some more stretching for our spine, but I want you to encourage you to bring some chuckles into your body. So we can smile with our face. When I say smile with our eyes, it's a crinkles. So you can actually look at somebody and know if they're really smiling or if it's just like a fake smile. So you've probably seen some people,
Right.
hey, nice to meet you. And it's like, whatever. But when somebody really is smiling, those eye creases really pop. And then when you're chuckling, it comes from the belly. So you can go ha, ha, ha. But if you're really engaging those abdominal, ha, ha, ha. I love it. I love it. It's really an abdominal workout. They've done German studies to show that you're really, just like crunches you do in CrossFit, you can literally get your six pack. And I honestly, I'm not kidding. There's on Dr. Gold's Fun Yoga on YouTube, I have a YouTube video of me doing happy abs. So my ab workout to get for the bodybuilding competition was a lot of laughter. 20 minutes a day. And it's, not crazy. So if you start with that 5 minutes, you can graduate up, but it does work those abdominal muscles, helps with your breathing too, and also lowers the risk for heart disease. So a lot of good beneficial effects and helps with your focus because you're lowering your cortisol. Remember, stress, we need cortisol for life, but if we have too much cortisol, that can strain the body and make us more prone to illness or disease. So we're going to shake the body for a moment. We're going to work those hips again. Those hips. And what I want you to do is place your hands on your thighs. Place your hands on your thighs. Feel a stretch in the hamstring. So my hands are on my thighs and we're reaching back. Reach the hips straight back. Spread your toes. I'm going to show you my feet for just a moment so you can see that.
Okay.
Lengthen and lengthen like little feet. Place those hands on the thighs and reach forward. So I'll face you so you can see my shoulders are back. Reach your shoulder blades towards one another and my head is lengthening. So feel a nice stretch in the neck. If you're comfortable, you're going to gently turn the head to your left and then gently turn your head to the right. Most of my weight is in my heels and balls of the feet. If you'd like, you can raise this up. Spread your hands so the palms are touching. The thighs are not compressing. Reach those hips back. Lengthen the spine nice and long here. Again, release those hips now. Just gently rock those hips side to side. This should feel like a really good stretch in the spine. If you are seated doing these stretches, you can sit and just rotate the upper body side to side. But if you're standing, just rotate those hips. It feels nice. You should feel a nice release in that low back. Bend those knees now. Bend those knees and just gently stand up. Lift it. So we're going to shake out that body again. You should feel a nice release in the low back. Everybody okay? Feel a stretch? Yeah. This is a really good stretch. And we're going to lengthen over now. You might be seeing that you're feeling a little more limber, which is a great sign. We're going to lift up that left arm, and I want you to reach it all the way over from the side waist. So feel a nice stretch. Relax the shoulder down away from the ear and really reach that hand. Just kind of wave it side to side to release the wrist. We're going to gently come forward here. Again, stretching out those hamstrings. Stretching out the back and shoulder. So rotate that arm all the way around. So feel a nice stretch on that side. Inhaling. And then exhaling. Side of here. Yeah, just feel a nice stretch. You might even feel on the other side of the back. If you do, that's really good because it's good to stretch both parts of the waist. Reach. Hello. Hey, Nanda. So nice to see you, Nanda. We're stretching out that spine, inhaling with a big, big smile here, reaching up for joy, uplifting that spine, creating that beautiful space in that body, feeling so blessed to be in this world right now for all the gifts that we do have. Sometimes we can get jaded and focus on things that don't serve us. But right now, I want you to focus on all your gifts, all the beautiful things in your life. I know my brothers just had babies, so two little. So grateful. It was a boy and a girl, right? I don't even know. I'm just happy they're healthy babies, honestly. But my brothers had their babies, and my chiropractor had some children. I think during a pandemic, what do you do, right? Well, yeah, a lot of people having children now, but just feeling so blessed to know these beautiful, innocent, wonderful children who can literally make this world a better place. And I know Rhonda's expecting her. I can't believe she's going to be a grandma because she looks so young, but just amazing, wonderful things, wonderful gifts. And rotate the other way if you haven't switched. Rotating the same arm in the other direction now. Just kind of let that arm feel like a feather, just waving in the wind, just a leaf. And then just shake it out now to rotate that shoulder back. Get the shoulder. Yeah, this should feel really good. Yeah. Oh, I like it. Yeah. Good stretch too, just to wave those arms in the air. We're going to go to the other side and just really release that arm. If you want to do both at the same time, that's fine too. It's almost like a martial arts move, but it feels so good in the body. It's kind of really waving those hips and wave those arms.
What if your hips don't move?
You do what you can do, right? And the nice part is you're participating. Oftentimes people just watch. You're not going to get any benefit if you're just on the sidelines.
I'm
Part of the movement, part of the stretch is that's where your body's going to thank you. Appreciative of all the blood flow that you're getting and locking the immune system. And just gently release now. Oh. See if you can make the circles just a little bit bigger now. Good. One more. Oh, good job. And then I just want you to just kind of sway your arms side to side now.
Hey, yo.
Hey,
Help
hey.
us hit the movement there.
Oh, there we go. Hey. There we go. Woo. And then we're going to just gently release those arms down. If you're able to do a forward bend without getting dizzy, you can rest your head. If you get dizzy, just come halfway. You don't have to point your head down, just gently bending forward here. Again, a hamstring stretch, little bend knees. And just release those hips again, just letting go here if it's comfortable in your body. Again, modify if you need to. I'm just gently resting my hands down in front, hanging over. And I like to think of like a drape or a towel resting over a chair. Just gently drape the top of the body. Let it hang like a little, if you can think of just a puppet with their strings just hanging over, just hanging down, like a rag doll. Just let those fingers just hang down. Be a little bit heavy in a moment. Stretch out the low back. Then tiptoe those fingers up the body, gently up the legs. Come back to a standing position. Or if you're remaining seated, just you can do this seated as well. Interlace those fingers. I'm going to do a Kundalini spiral. So this is a nice release in the shoulders and back for what we just did. So we were stretching it, but now we're releasing and letting go. So I want everybody to go, ah. Take a nice deep breath and go, ah. Let me hear you if you're unmuted, ah, or unmute yourself, ah. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Ah, ah. Okay, so as a physician, yes, I'm also a holistic medical doctor. I can give you a laughter pill right now, and it's a real, like, virtual laughter pill today. So I'm giving you that, but I'm going to give you a botanical. It's going to be a laughter smoothie. Also certified people for cannabis, so it could be a laughter cannabis, but that's something healthy for you in a good way. So it's going to be a plant, a beautiful flower. So I'm passing it all to you right now. Your laughter little botanical supplement. How about that? Or a smoothie. If you don't take pills, here's a supplement. So I want you to just pretend we have our little laughter smoothie here. So what's in this concoction just brings us joy. You know, obviously you don't have to drink your happiness. You can feel your happiness, but we're going to just pretend right now. So we're going to take our laughter supplement or smoothie. And if you want a pill, you could do it that way too. Go ahead, take it. And then we're going to just follow it down. And we're going to feel it moving through our bodies. And we're going to go.
Hey!
Let's just celebrate. So think of something that is making you joyful. Let's celebrate that right now. We're here today. Yay! It's World Laughter Day. Let's celebrate that. Yay! And let's all say, very good. Very good.
Very good. Yay!
Let's do that again. Very good.
Very good.
Very
Very
good.
good. Yay!
And give yourself another big hug. Rotate those elbows around. How's everybody feeling? You can put in the chat or just tell me how you're feeling. Thumbs up or your body getting, you might be getting a little overheated. This is an exercise for the heart too. It jogs the memory in a good way. It helps the heart increase blood flow. So if you're breathing a little more heavier, that's okay. If you're sweating a little bit, that's normal. I know some people like to get a workout from laughter yoga or yoga. It's like, yeah. My brother, Kelsey's on. He actually used to do yoga with me when he was younger. He played basketball and football. And he was like, they played football. And literally, they would do these exercises. They're like, oh, this is fun. Because we do know there's different types of yoga. Today is gentle. And we're just going to rotate around. But if you're doing kind of the Bikram yoga or the Iyengar, there's different types of yoga, which is called hot yoga, where the room is heated up pretty high. And then you do more intense poses like handstands, back bend, or other more advanced poses. That can put a lot of strain. And it's a lot of people love it. So I say that because it's okay to graduate up. It's good to start with density. Let's rotate around a little bit deeper now.
You ready?
Listen to your body. If you're first starting out, it's always good to start with a gentle, and then you can advance as you get with an instructor. I always say, because they can watch you, make sure you do the poses correctly. We're going to work the backs of the hands now. Bring the backs of the hands together. Place the fingers towards you and rotate down, and then hold.
Here we go.
Raise them. Good. Just swing those hands down, and then rotate around. Good. One more time. Back to the hands together. Rotate around. Rotate down. And around. Good. Keep those hands down. Swim out those arms. This should feel really good at this time. We're going to work some neck exercises now. Again, I know a lot of people. Anybody suffer with any neck issues? Yeah.
That's
So this is a really good stretch. So find your spots, and we all have different areas. For me, it tends to be on the right side of my neck. I want you to do
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, sweetie. Good. And we're going to gently release the neck. So gently reach the ear to the shoulder. Place your hand on your cheek and just gently pulse up. So actually release, put some tension in a good way, but just gently press, create some resistance to press the cheek into the hand. Yeah, so my ear, you can mirror me. So reach your right ear to the right shoulder and then just gently pulse up. Good. And then the next one, stretch, feel the chin reaching up and then gently reaching down. But I'm still pressing my cheek into my hand. You'll feel a nice stretch in the sternocleidomastoid muscle, the side of your neck muscle. SCM is also what it's called. SCM, sternocleidomastoid muscle. Because it creates the sternum to the clavicle to the mastoid area, which is under the cheek.
I just learned something.
Good. Now we're going to circle around again, still pressing as a cheek reaches into the hand, but circle the chin around. You can start clockwise. Do it about 3 times each direction, and then the other way. If you get dizzy, just gently pulse or just hold it. You don't have to move the head. Just gently rotating around. You should feel a nice release in that neck. But again, go slow, take your time.
It really worked.
Focus on one point, and we're going to stop for a moment.
Wow.
Just press the cheek into the hand. Reach. Good. And then gently coming back up. Remember, when we come out of a pose, we always want to be as gentle as we go into a pose. You don't want to just stop it. So release the hand gently. Shake it out.
Okay, sorry.
Just gently releasing that neck. Good. And just stretch, so we don't want to overdo. We're going to go to the other side now. So left ear to the left shoulder. Placing your hand on that cheek and just hold it here for a moment. Now, again, this could be your whole pose. You may not want to move it if you get dizzy. Just stay like that. If you didn't hydrate today, didn't eat today, make sure, of course, after the yoga class before or now, if you need to, make sure you hydrate. Really, really important for good blood flow.
That's good.
Now just gently press that cheek into the palm. Oh, you should feel a nice stretch in that other SCM muscle, the sternocleidomastoid muscle. It tends to tighten up when we look at a screen. So one thing also as a holistic doctor, I always say if we can prevent something, so usually say try to raise your screens up so you're at eye level when you're looking at it rather than looking down. That'll put a lot more strain because the head in adults can weigh up to 10 pounds. So if it's 10 pounds, even just a little millimeter forward can put a lot of strain on that neck and lead to headaches. Or if you have TMJ, like it's actually much better since I've been seeing the chiropractor, but my TMJ, that temporomandibular joint, can get tight. And if I'm clenching when I sleep, or if I'm leaning my head forward, that can cause a lot of strain in the neck, leading to headaches or just foggy head sometimes, or lack of focus because your brain is just like, oh, it doesn't feel so good. Okay, on the next breath now, we're gonna gently lift that chin up. I'm still pressing my cheek into my hand and then gently looking down. So I'm diagonal, just looking up and down, but with my chin. So my eyes can remain closed here, but I'm moving my head up, inhaling, and then exhaling. And notice if you're gripping the ground, try to relax those knees, relax your shoulders. And even my hand, I'm keeping it soft. I'm not trying to stiffen up the body. Relax your shoulders and your face. Don't forget the corners of the mouth to create a beautiful smile. And then the next breath, just gently turning the head side to side. So I'm actually reaching it towards the shoulder that's down and then gently reaching it all the way up into my palm. So I take my time here. I'm not rushing anything. Feeling a nice release in my neck. And remember, just like the back, it has many different muscles in there. So these stretches will help stretching even the small muscles behind the occiput, behind the scalp, that tend to get tight as well from screen time. We're going to just gently rotate around now. Oh. And again, listen to your body, not forcing. That should feel good. And then rotate the other way. Oh, yeah, that's good. Good. Yeah, I know. I feel it too. And then just gently massage it. We didn't do that earlier, but you can just gently massage that side of the neck. Wiggle that jaw a little bit. And again, finding what your body needs. There is a pressure point right behind the earlobe. So if you're ever not sure, like I'm not sure what to do, you can just do a massage. Feels really good as well for that neck. And we know rubbing some CBD, we have a gentleman that provides those products, but you can literally put that directly on the skin. So instead of taking something orally, if you have sensitivities for your gut, we know orally sometimes is not absorbed or it can cause problems like from NSAIDs, like Motrin or ibuprofen orally, but you can use them topically. And a lot of times they're a lot less, you don't need as much, so a lot lower dose, and then they're just as effective, especially if you're putting it directly where your ouchie is. So if you have a little itis somewhere, a little pain somewhere, you can put it right there. Okay, how's everybody doing? Yay? Yeah, I know, just shake it out. Woo! Okay, so we're gonna do some eye exercises. This is actually really good for our vision. Again, with multiple screen time, we know our eyes need a break at times. So I'm going to ask you to rub your hands together. Rub your hands together. Rub your hands together. Yay! And then just gently rest those palms on your eyes. So rest your eyes, close your eyes. This is that time to have a vision. I want you to think about yourself 1 month from now. What is one of your goals? What do you want to accomplish or achieve or just be doing more of?
Get money.
What is it?
Getting money.
Getting money. Okay. Well, how are you going to do that? So thinking of that, because sometimes here's $1, but if we're specific in our goals, we know that can be more likely to happen. So let's thinking of, so say it is for earning a higher income. So maybe it's taking an extra class or looking at a different profession. If what we're doing, we're kind of reached the upper echelon.
So I should sell my body.
Sell your body. Very interesting concept.
All
We
right.
can definitely talk after.
Thank you.
So what about joy? Like just bringing in more happiness in our life. And we know laughter is contagious. So the more we can smile, laugh, but also use that as an added benefit, because even with the job world, we know someone who is more cooperative or jovial or showing up to work early, you know, just putting that major foot forward, and they really they have the earnestness and the personality, can make a huge difference. Let's release those fingers now, just gently massaging the face. Wiggle that jaw a little bit. Woo! Shake, shake, shake again. Good. So we're going to start to do a little bit more laughter with a stretch. So this is actually one of my favorite, is we're going to inhale here. Watch me. And we're going to go, ha, 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 ha. So we just inhale for about 3 seconds, or that 4 second I was saying. Let's do the 4 second box breath. So we're going to inhale for 4 seconds and exhale, ha, 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 ha. Got it. So let's do that. We're going to do that 3 times, inhaling, and then exhale, ha, 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 ha. Let's do it again. Inhale, exhale, ha, 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 ha. And if you can, unmute yourself so we can hear everybody, because I know some people are still on mute. So just hit unmute first. We'll wait for you. Okay, Kelsey, if you can unmute yourself, and Debbie, unmute. Okay, and then we're going to start on the count of 3, okay? So unmute yourself on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. Inhale.
Okay, let me do it again.
Very good.
Very good.
Yay!
Very good.
So
Very
my
good.
other
Very
side,
good.
very
Yay!
good. We were heading to Miami, and I remember we got stuck in traffic from Tampa to Miami. It's about 5 hours, and he was getting a little irate with the traffic. I was too, honestly. But then we said, "What if we laughed?" And he was like, "I don't want to laugh. I said, "Just fake it till you make it." And he started laughing, and initially he's like, "This is not working. Ha ha ha. This is not working. Ha." And then all of a sudden, after a minute or two, he goes, "This is working. I'm feeling better." So honestly, if your kid is driving you crazy, maybe you don't laugh at your boss or whatever, but you know, or a client or something. But if you're like laughing within, or just taking a mental break, especially if you're about to send that email or do something that you will regret, say something to your kids or something that you don't want to say, it's okay to excuse yourself, maybe to the bathroom, take a time out. I've done that with Drew when we were fighting. I was like, I want a time out. Pause. But just do something to bring joy.
Yeah, instead of saying something rude to somebody or anything bad, and they're expecting you to be mean, you just go,
I apologize. Damn, we sounded horrible at the beginning.
You totally throw them for a loop, especially with bullying. If you're like the person who's bullying, a lot of times wants to get a rise out of you, and if they're really not, it's like there's no fun out of it, right? So they might leave you alone. So okay, so one thing that has worked, I'm going to share
what's
this.
wrong? Do I look bad?
It's called
The
tantrum
shoes
yoga.
do not go with that outfit.
At all?
So, Debbie,
Okay,
you can just
what should
mute
I
for a
wear?
second.
Because the heels did go, but you said no to those.
So we're going to do something called tantrum. Not
Put on your
tantrum.
flip.
You can do that if you'd like. But
I don't know what.
Yep.
Where are you going with them?
Maybe I'm having to. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to do something called tantrum yoga.
shoes.
So this is one of my patients who actually, I recommended it. He actually did it, and it's a huge difference. So he's a lawyer, 2-year-old son who kept throwing tantrums in the mall. And basically, we're going to do it. I'm going to just share the quick story, and then we'll do it. But he basically said, I don't know what to do with my son because he keeps getting all crazy. I have to go to the mall for a client, but when we want to leave, he doesn't want to leave. So I said, you throw a tantrum as well. So imagine this guy in a suit in the middle of the floor. You know, his 2-year-old son is throwing a tantrum now. He's on the floor throwing a tantrum. And, you know, people started crowding. The son stops what he's doing. He goes, Daddy, you're embarrassing me. So we literally he stopped doing it. And I've had some nurses try this with their friends. A tantrum is one of those things, it does break state. So you can say doctor's orders recommended, but you know, just a suggestion to try. And I have done it with my husband too, and my nieces. It's huge. It makes you kind of stop and think. And it is on my YouTube channel. So if you ever check out Dr. Gold Fun Yoga, we'll also be posting this. We'll send you out this information. But Dr. Gold's Fun Yoga, I'll just put it in there. But you can see Tantrum Yoga if you want to check it out. All right, so let's get started. So we're going to do it in a few seconds. I want you to think of something that you got upset about. It could be, you know, maybe, it doesn't have to be something big. You know, you didn't get your cookie for a kid, or you were just upset about something like, you know, something that irked you for whatever it is. So we're going to go there. We're going to get our faces first. Let's put our faces in that little tantrum. Yeah, I want to throw a tantrum. Remember, you're never too old to throw a tantrum. Come on, Kelsey, get that face. A little pouty face. Come on, put the pouty face. Yeah, get the pouty arms. I like that. Jamie, look at the pouty arms. Good. There we go. I'm going to get the pouty legs. So you might want to stomp your legs a little bit. Stomp those legs. Stomp those arms a little bit. And then we're going to just make some noise, okay? And then we're going to laugh. So we'll do it about maybe 10, 12 seconds, and then we're going to laugh, okay? Ready? Go! And now our laughter. And let's all say, very good, very good.
Good. Yay.
Again, very
Very good. Very
very
good.
good. Yay!
Yay.
Give yourself a big hug. It's a wonderful way to release. And now, obviously, we did this on Zoom. It is different than being with the person and really letting it out. But it's amazing, that spirit still. I feel that energy from all of you. So that's a wonderful thing. Let's stretch out the body. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Reach, reach, reach. See if you can get on your tippy toes. And lengthen the spine. Grow tall. We're going to start to conclude. We have only a few minutes left. Reach all the way over. Good. And all the way back. Oh, you can feel good in the spine, and reach all the way over again. The other side. Gently back again. Good. Over again. One other side. Oh, you can go to your right. Or if you're on your right, go to the left now. Gently over to the other side. And then just gently forward. Good. And shake, shake, shake. Okay. So this final part, I call it quiet laughter, because sometimes we are in a place that we know we need some joy, but it's a serious event or a meeting or something, and we can't really make so much noise. I think library is open now, but you know, say you're going to a library or church or something, but it was just funny. Someone told you something funny, and you just want to let out your, you know, playful person that you are. You want to let out that joy. If you're a serious person, it's okay to know that we're all young little beings inside us who want to come out to play. So bringing out that spirit, that uplifting. And again, if you understand too, you can develop a personality, because some people think things are fixed, but studies have shown through neuroimmunology, and you can actually, I was pretty serious growing up, but you can develop joy and laughter. Even if you're not funny, even if you're cheesy and stuff like that, you can start to develop the joyful playfulness. And it really does serve you over time. I got really sick just being so serious all the time, and break through the laughter, it helped me heal and get over my autoimmune disease and get over my severe pain, so I can feel better and practice medicine. So very grateful for that. And now the holistic part comes because and the yoga comes because I want to share that with other people. So we're going to do a quiet laughter. I have my little hubby here. Can you join us? So we're going to go here. And this is like, I'll give an example and then you'll join in. Okay. So it's a, so everybody unmute yourself. If you're muted, Jamie and Debbie, you can unmute yourself.
Like duck hunt?
Yeah. It's like a, and you might make some noises. Mine just comes out naturally. I'm not trying to make that snort, but it just comes out sometimes. So if you can unmute so we can all hear you, if it's okay. So unmute, perfect. And then we're going to do it on the count of 3. 1, silent laughter. 2,
Look at Dream's head.
And let's all say, very good, very good. Very good, very good.
Very good. Yay!
A little bit louder now. Very good,
Very good.
very
Very
good.
good. Yay!
Very good, very good.
Very good.
Yay! Again. Very good,
Very good.
very good.
Very good.
Yay! I know
Yay!
you can do better than that. As loud as you can do it now, okay? Very good.
Very good. Very good. Yay!
Give yourself a round of applause. Yay! Let's give ourselves another big kiss. Mwah. Mwah. I'm giving you a big kiss. Mwah. Okay, so this is the time for Shavasana. You can do it lying down. I know we only have 3 minutes, so we'll do it for about a minute. Shavasana can be doing seated, lying down, or standing. I'm going to just say standing so you can hear me and see me. But basically, come to a comfortable position. Some people call it nap time. Typically, Shavasana is not a time to sleep, but it's a time to let go and relax. So we're still present, but thoughts that pop in, we always give them permission to enter, but we give them permission to exit as well. So think about clouds in the sky. We let them float away. So we're not letting anything consume us. So I tend to have a tendency before I did practice yoga or laughter yoga to ruminate or obsess about things. I would obsess about the craziest things. Should I take this water bottle or that? Or should I wear this clothing or that? Or what did that person mean when they said so-and-so? Whatever goes through our heads, it's crazy sometimes. We're just like, really? If we ever had to enunciate or share all the stuff in our heads, it'd be like, ah. And sometimes we're our worst critic too. We say some things to ourselves that we would never say to anybody else. So when those things enter, know that that is not the true you. The true you loves yourself, is kind to yourself. It adores you. It wants you uplifted and strong. But when those kind of negative nillies come in or something, that is sometimes it is part of us, but it's not the part we want to give a profound sound to or voice to. So this is that time to give that person or those thoughts permission to go bye-bye. And it's okay to say, I acknowledge what you're saying, but I know the true me. And when you know the true you, that allows you to have courage. That allows you to get on stage in front of other people and be in a bikini, which I never did. That was totally outside my comfort zone. But that allows you to perform or give that talk that you've been meaning to, or that board meeting, and know that you have a right to be there, that you are enough. You're a beautiful soul and you deserve health. You deserve to take care of yourself and explore the uncomfortable at times so you can grow and learn, and know that everything that happens to you is happening for you, not just to you. So when things are challenging or difficult, it's happening for you so you can grow and be a better person. So when we understand that, just that word for, it's happening for me. Even my illness, when I got sick, I said that's happening for me so I can be a better physician for my patients. But always, it's what you take from what happens to you. Can't always control what happens to us, but we can control the meaning that we give it, or the reaction, the response. So take that time to breathe now. Go to a beautiful, relaxing place. If you're going to remain standing, I invite you to close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. And this is that time to slow down that breathing, taking a nice deep breath in. So you can do that box breath that we started with, inhaling for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 seconds. And slowly exhale for 4 seconds. Taking another nice deep breath in. Understanding this is your time to let go, breathe, and release. Yeah, that's it. Nice. Ah. feel like a calming wave over the body, calming breath. Just letting the body feel heavy, but weighted down in a nice, comfortable way. Relaxed, connected to the earth. Making this the most beautiful, comfortable place to relax and let go. Yeah, taking a nice deep breath in. Gently start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Start to flutter the eyes. If you are on the floor, gently bring your knees into your chest. Rocking those knees side to side, releasing the low back. If you're standing, you can just sway in the wind, just gently rotating the spine side to side. And then a nice release in the shoulders and neck. Just appreciating the gifts, appreciating yourself for being here today, thanking yourself for all the joys, the blessings, the appreciations in life. Sometimes our worst nightmare could be somebody's gifts. We have car trouble, someone says you have a car. You have knee pain, someone says you have a knee. You have life. We're still here on this planet for a reason. On your next breath, if you're lying down, just gently bring your knees all the way over to your right. Just gently stretching. If you're standing, just gently twisting to your right.
Twist my back inside.
Inhale. And gently, gently bring those knees back into your chest. If you're standing, gently back to center. Rotating all the way over to the other side. Doing a nice release in that low back. Relaxing the shoulders. Softening the eyes, face. Just giving yourself a warm smile right here. Again, coming back to center now, inhaling. If you're lying down, I invite you to gently bring your torso back up to a comfortable seated position. You can come back up to standing. If you're standing, let's gently place one hand on each shoulder. Just gently rocking or feeling cradled. Think of as when we were babies. We don't remember being a baby, but if we could remember it, it's feeling that you are supported and loved unconditionally. You don't have to earn any love with a degree or an income, but you're loved unconditionally just for being you, for being God's child, for being a blessing from your creator. Just gently giving yourself a kiss and another kiss and appreciating the gifts, the cherished moments in your life that you'll never forget. Remember, it's the moments, not just things in life that really matter. It's the people that give us joy, our new children in our life, our babies, our fur babies, our spouses, our significant others, our friends, our students, our mentors, our coaches. It's all the beautiful people that adore you. Know that you're never alone. You're totally enough in this world. You're a beautiful gift to be cherished and loved unconditionally. My blessing for all of you is to own it, appreciate it, and always, always, always love you so you can love other people. They say the heart takes the most oxygen-rich blood for itself, and it has to do this so it can help all the other bodies or the other organs function. That's what I want you to do for you. Make sure you take time for you, just 5 minutes a day. It's not a lot. 5 minutes a day to bring joy and gratitude into your life. And just would love to hear your feedback and, find out from you, how I could make this a better place for you, a better class, a better time to uplift your soul, uplift your body. So thank you for joining me today. I'm Dr. Gold, Tanya Gold, and
Hey.
yay, you did it! Thank you for joining in. I would love any chats or anything. We are gonna kind of publish this. So if you do want to get a copy or download or whatever, we'll happy to send it to you. Just make sure we have your email. I think we have most of yours, but if we don't, if you can just put your email in the chat if you'd like a copy. And if you can share with any of your friends and family that were not able to be here today and let them know about the class. We'll be doing it weekly at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sundays. And the reason I chose this time, it tends to be an off day for others. I know sometimes it's church time. So for those who go to either a later church service can join in live, but if they're not able to, they can always come join us later when they're available. So that's why we're doing the recording, and appreciate you. Lots of love, everyone. Happy World Laughter Day. Woohoo, woohoo. So again, I just appreciate all of the gifts that it means so much that you're on this call with me today. Doodles.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Later.